Hey, thank you for stopping by. I'm Esinam, and if you are looking for a friend to hold your hand as we journey Godward, then you're in the right place. We are a few days away from the month of April, and the Holy Spirit has been ministering a few things to share with you. So, yeah, that's what today's video is about. Over the past few days, the Holy Spirit has been prompting me that we have moved into a new season. I think it started. Okay, let me leave out the exact date. But yeah, the Spirit of God kept prompting me that we have moved into a new season. There's been a shift in the Spirit, and if you've been in the presence of the Father or you've been in tune with the Holy Spirit, then you would have known that there's been a shift. It's been a shift into a harvest season. It's been a shift into a harvest season. Bible talks about the sons of Issachar in First Chronicles 12 that they were discerning. They knew the seasons and the times, and so they instructed Israel on what to do. They were able to pick up signals in the spirit and know that, okay, we have shifted from this season and we've moved into that season, and they were moving with that. And it's necessary to know the seasons so that you are not moving amiss. The Holy Spirit in a vision showed me large fields of barley and rice. He was showing me this to mean that the harvest is ready, the harvest is ripe, and we have entered a season of harvest. And then also, the Holy Spirit has had me studying the book of John. In John 4:35, Jesus was speaking and he says, "Do not say that the harvest is 4 months away. Lift up your eyes and see, the fields are already white with harvest." So, for all the work you've been putting in, physically, spiritually, professionally, in your marriage, all that you've been doing for people, all that you've been doing behind the scenes, all the labor you've been putting in, don't think that your harvest is hundreds of years away. Lift up your eyes and see, the harvest is already here, and that is the season you've entered into. So, yes, we've entered the harvest season. And the harvest season is as important as the planting season. It's not a season that you go to sleep because you feel the harvest is ready. No. If you sleep during the harvest season, the birds are going to eat your harvest. The harvest may fall to the ground because they are ripe. They may fall to the ground and be destroyed. And then all the work and all the labor you put in during your planting season goes waste. And so this is an hour the Lord is calling on you, child of God, to arise again and reap your harvest. This is the time you are going to put in the final push for the manifestation of what God has for you. This is the time you are going to call on God one more time. You are going to lay your hand to the harvesting tools, and you are going to stand in that farm or that place that you have planted, and you are going to call down your harvest. The Holy Spirit was highlighting Rebecca to me. She was a woman who was a shepherd. She kept looking after her father's livestock, okay? And over the years, she had done it for a long time. And then when Eliezer arrived with his camels and said he wanted water for them, she was so used to it. She just readily watered it. And that was the final push. That was what she did to bring the breakthrough. You know, she has done it so many times over the years. But within that span, within that day, that was her window. That was her time of harvest. And she did it one more time, and it brought about the harvest. When she was watering those camels, she didn't know that they were carrying the ornaments that were going to adorn her. It's time to put in the final push. Rebecca might have been tired. She has done this over the years, and she might have been tired from watering donkeys, from watering camels. But she decided to water those camels that day, and that brought about her breakthrough. The strategy for the season is to be in the presence of the Father. My harvest strategy is different from your harvest strategy. And your harvest strategy is different from the next person's strategy. And so when we spend time in the presence, then God gives you the strategy for harvest. For some, He may ask you to worship and praise. For some, He may ask you to study the word, and then an idea just comes up and it blows up. It gives you a breakthrough. He could ask you to sow seeds in this time, and that's your harvest strategy. He could ask you to go on a fast, or yes, and I've really been sensing the fast. So God may be asking some of you to go on a fast to open the door, or for the final push. As a final push, you go on a fast. So if you are sensing to go on a fast, this is your confirmation of this, your sign. That's by the way. So yeah, that's the harvest strategy, to go in the presence of the Father, and then He'll give you the strategy for your harvest. And I pray that in as much as you are busy, you make the time to spend time with the Father, because we don't want to leave the harvest to go waste. We have labored, we have waited, and so it's time to have the harvest, and we need to have it in full. You see this season manifest, the harvest season, you see it manifesting more from the month of April. As we enter into April, you're going to see manifestations of the harvest season, and you see it even in the little things you do. So yeah, that's all there is. I pray that you receive the grace to give it a final push so that you can assess your harvest. If you already haven't subscribed, kindly subscribe. Share this with other people that you feel it will be a blessing to. And I'll see you around. Bye.